All right, liberals can't run a city, but they can run it into the ground. They'll take your money for critical projects, then they'll never complete them. New York City was building a fancy new public bathroom. The prototype was supposedly faster and cheaper to build, though. But according to the city, the $3.5 million toilet still isn't there 4 years later. And when they're not flushing your cash down the drain, the Big Apple is spending $81,000 on services for each homeless person there. That's just over $200 shy of the city's median household income. It's crazy. Now, on the other coast, the Golden State's Golden Boy is trying to build an animal bridge over a multi-lane highway.
I can't even tell you how special it is to be here. I've spent 14 years of my life working on this. We're holding reserves to finish construction. All those are exhausted at this point. We need your help one more time to get us to the finish line.
Gavin thought this would be the envy of the world.
And will inspire examples like this all across the rest of the country and around the rest of the world. California, eat your heart out. Washington, D.C., eat your heart out. Washington, and eat your heart out. Florida.
But more than $100 million, and 4 years later, that bridge is going nowhere. It's still not finished, and the dollar signs keep growing. Here to discuss, Chris Bedford, author of the Beltway Brief. All right, Chris. Newsom actually wanted more of these wildlife bridges.
He thought it was going to be an example for the entire planet. He thought that the country would follow. California is leading the way. He's always talking about that, but they're leading it to nowhere. They've got bridges like this. They've got unfinished projects, the high-speed rail. It's a disaster through and through. And by the way, people are watching because they see what President Trump's doing, and they're saying, you know, our executives actually have a little bit of power to do something about this. They're not powerless, so it's on him.
Now, high taxes, bad policies are driving out wealthy residents. Chris, what can you tell us?
The main thing that's driving out a lot of these different billionaires is the proposed one-time wealth tax, which would take 5% or $50 million out of every $1 billion of your net assets in order to pay for everyone else that's fleeing California. You're looking up here, you got Elon Musk, Larry Page, Sergey Brin. These are the guys who've been credited as being the crown jewels of California for years. They're the people who would say, hey, look, California's got its issues, but look at this glittering thing, the technologists. And now they're all saying, you're just going to raid my already taxed money in my savings account?
I think
Absolutely
we should
not.
go through them one by one, because just think of the tax dollars. Reasonable taxation would have been brought in by Elon Musk. $823.9 billion net worth. And now in Texas, Larry Page, obviously co-founder of Alphabet, worth $250. I mean, think of the money. They're moving all that stuff to Delaware. Sergey Brin, Очень хорошо, that's in Russian, net worth $233 billion. Also board members. So in Zuckerberg, you know, so he's going to Florida as well. So he's going down, living in the Miami area, and said, I'm done.
And why wouldn't you want to get out? And they're trying to still come for it. So this ballot measure, or this initiative, which is gaining signatures and could pass, would penalize anyone who's a citizen of California starting in January of this year. They're going to try and come and take your money. You can't even try to get away from them. So when you have the leaders of Silicon Valley here saying, you know, we'd rather donate to Donald Trump, and we'd rather move to Ron DeSantis' Florida, we'd rather move to Greg Abbott's Texas because we're going to ding those policies, that's a great sign, and it shows you Gavin Newsom's leadership. But also, even though a lot of these guys have become less political in years, except for Elon Musk, who's gone more to the right, even though they've become less political, they still haven't understood that their marriage of their fiscal policies, which they're more conservative on, libertarian on, and their social insanity that they have pushed over the years come together and have created this political environment that's making California inhospitable.
I did the quick math, 1.5 trillion net worth. Wow.
Any state will take that.
Amazing. Chris, thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.